Hi, folks. You ever have one of those God moments? It's like too good not to share. I got to share this one with you. The other day, me and my old truck going somewhere, and we were uptown, and I couldn't get the window to go back up. The switch thing went bad. And so and it's down, okay, and we're expecting rain, and I'm thinking to myself, oh no, what are we going to do? So I went to my favorite parts store, and I ordered a new switch-a-majigger. Okay, that goes on this old door right here. I tore it apart and everything, and I'm gonna fix this thing. So I went up there and got the part, went out to the truck, plugged her in, doesn't work. Oh, what am I gonna do? So I go back in and I tell the folks it don't work. I said, I think you might have gotten me the wrong part. So they go to scrambling, looking up, and sure enough, they gave me the wrong part. This one, to replace it, costs about $45. The guy said, I can take this one back and get you the other, but you're not going to like the price. I thought, what? $150 for the one that I need. Folks, you don't understand. I can support 3 missionaries next month for $150. I can't do that on an old truck like this. And I thought, oh. So anyhow, I traded it back in. They put the money back on the card. I go my way, and I'm thinking, But here's the thing. I get to my next stop, and I said to myself, try it one more time, the old switch. Maybe it, just got a little short in it or something. So I put the old switch in, and it jerked just a little bit. The window went up just a little bit, and I thought, hey, I might have something here. And so I kept, and then I started pulling on it, until eventually I get the thing all the way to the top. And so now I can have a window that's closed. That's really all I wanted in my old truck. I know it's a little bit of a hassle. Got to open the door whenever you go to the bank and all that kind of thing. But I just didn't want to have to go down. We're fixing to go into winter. And I didn't want to have to, have snow blowing in here, anything like that. Not that we get a lot of snow in Northeast Arkansas. But in January, we probably will get at least one snow. And I don't want it in my old truck. But I was thinking to myself as I'm doing the jigga, 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 and it's going up a little bit, and I'm thinking, isn't God funny? I'm just so thankful for my God, how he works things out. You know what I'm saying? Now look, I know it doesn't look very nice, but I'm not a very proud person and that kind of thing. That right there is where the thingamajigger is supposed to go in. But if I yank this out the door, can you see that? If I yank this out the door, I can still lock the door from the other to the I can't lower my window now anymore, but I can lock the place. Now, Cindy still has her thing on her side where she can put her window up and down, so don't get worried for Cindy. I love God, how he works things out. Me and my door. Hey, what would really encourage me? I'd love to hear your stories. Write in and tell me a story about how God did something crazy. I'll tell you the ones that really... Tell me about some of the things that you're sacrificing to make sure that you keep missionaries on the field, on the front lines, doing the work. Share some of the stuff that you're doing to sacrifice, Me and my old door, it's not that big a deal. It really isn't. When I go to the bank, I'll just open the door and, do that. It's not that big a deal, but, a little bit of inconvenience, etc. But that $150 that I saved just today because God's so good to me and let me put my wind up, that $150 is going to put food on the table for 3 missionaries next month. Share with me some of your stories. I'd love to hear them. Ain't God cool? This is Sonny Child saying, be there. I can't point to the camera. Where's the camera? Is that it? Right there. You people, be there. Matthew 16:26.